Hi, welcome to this episode. I'm looking forward to share with you a very obvious yet very underestimated element of living a life that brings you fulfillment, meaning, and joy. This episode is part of the Thrive series in which we guide you through an integrative approach to achieve more with less, thrive in life and work, and find more fun, lightness, and fulfillment in life. If you want to translate the knowledge of this episode into action and create lasting change, you can also check out the online masterclass, The Clarity and Purpose Blueprint. You can see the show notes for the link. And at the end of the episode, I'll share a gift with you as well. Every fulfilling life starts with a simple yet powerful question. What do I truly want and why does it matter? If life doesn't feel as vibrant as it could, whether that's because of constant fatigue, stress, a sense that something is missing, frustration, or a lack of joy, this is an invitation to take a step forward. It's never too late to create a life that feels more intentional, meaningful, and aligned with who you are and who you want to be. In a world full of distractions and expectations, finding your way can feel overwhelming. But when you have clarity about what's important to you and a sense of purpose that drives your actions, life takes on new meaning. These two elements are the keys to designing a life that feels authentic, impactful, and truly yours. And they guide you and they give you guidance and stability in the chaos and the busyness. This episode will help you uncover your clarity, the what that lights your path, and your purpose, the why that fuels your journey. No matter where you are in life, taking these steps will empower you to create a future you're excited to live. So let's begin. Clarity and purpose are the starting points of building a life that truly fulfills you. If you want to live life on your own terms, you've got to get really clear on what you want. Sounds logic, yet many people don't really spend time deeply thinking about it, let alone crystallizing it. Without clarity about what is important to you, you are essentially navigating life blind. Imagine yourself on a sailboat and just going wherever the wind takes you. This can be fun, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But in the context of living life to the fullest and truly being in the driver's seat of your life, navigating blindly isn't optimal. You might enjoy it for a while, but you might also end up in places you'd rather not be. To move towards a life you truly want, you need clear direction, you need clarity. So clarity is the bedrock of personal transformation and growth, and the foundation of progress. I will not cover the full model of progress and transformation in this episode, but it's useful to understand the big picture. So let's quickly dive high level into the model for progress and transformation. If you want to build the life you really want, as mentioned, clarity and purpose are the first steps. But there are other elements you need to master for lasting change. And these are, first of all, specific and attainable goals. Without it, you'll not progress as much. Secondly, a system to work towards your goals. This is the missing piece for most that already do the clarity and goal setting part. You need tools, you need systems, and you need strategies to create momentum and to keep moving forward. Thirdly, you need an insight and strategies to break through action impediments in order to be able to effortlessly and continuously take action towards what you want. And the four main enemies of action you're going to want to overcome are a lack of energy, a lack of self-confidence, including limiting beliefs about who you are and what you can achieve, a lack of motivation, and a perceived lack of time. So goals, systems and strategies, and ways to overcome action impediments are the pillars of change, transformation, and success, which lead to a more fulfilling life. And they can be summarized by no clarity, no change, no goals, no progress, no action, no nothing. And we'll cover all the other elements of the model more in depth in other episodes, but today we'll focus on the clarity and purpose part. So what are we looking exactly, or what are we talking about when we talk about clarity in our lives? There are four domains you can think of to shape your life in the best possible way. The first one is, what are your values? Secondly, what do you want to have or achieve? Thirdly, what do you want to do or experience? And fourthly, who do you want to be? So what are your values? What do you want to have or achieve? What do you want to do or experience? And who do you want to be? And for all these domains, why is this important for you? Understanding your whys and how all of the above gives meaning to your life falls under purpose. So in essence, clarity is about answering the what question, which can be used as a base for the reflection on who you want to be. And by the way, the identity level reflection is a more meaningful and powerful frame to think about success. Success here as a measure of making progress towards what is important to you, but more on that later. Let's go over a couple of examples to clarify those what questions. You might value equality, respect, or collaboration, which is in the values domain. Perhaps you aspire to become a successful entrepreneur or live in nature, which is in the achieve domain. Or maybe you'd love to explore diverse cultures through travel, which is in the do or experience domain. Or you want to pursue fitness goals like having a six-pack or even owning a Ferrari, which is in the have domain. What you desire doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. It's deeply personal and unique to you. What does matter is how clear you are about exactly what you want. It's this precision that's going to start pulling you towards it. On your personal growth journey, clarity acts as an anchor, a reference point that guides you in the direction you want to go. You can think of it as the destination you enter into your GPS. Once you know where you want to go and set the destination, the GPS automatically directs you left and right to get there. And life works in the same way. Once you have clarity and have clearly set your destination, your inner GPS takes over and guides you in the right direction. This also means you don't need to know the entire path in advance. How you'll reach your destination doesn't need to be completely clear when you start moving toward it. And we often think we need to have everything planned out and perfectly understand how we'll get to our endpoint before we take action, but that's not true, not in the car and not in life. Enter your destination and start driving. The how reveals itself along the way. A quick note, when I speak about a destination, I don't mean the final ultimate destination. This is simply the direction you're choosing right now. Along the way, you might learn new things, you gain new insights, or experience shifts in your life priorities that lead you to set a new destination in your GPS. And that's, of course, perfectly fine. The end point isn't the goal, it's merely a guide. The journey itself is the goal. That's where you learn and grow. Now, let's talk a bit more about purpose now. Purpose goes a layer deeper. It's the underlying reason behind what you want. It's the answer to the question, why do you want what you want? And this answer provides insight into how your desires fuel your energy and joy and how they bring meaning to your life. A crucial aspect of purpose is its impact and contribution, a positive influence beyond yourself. If your purpose only serves you, it's not really a purpose. Purpose, therefore, is the why behind what you want tied to a positive contribution. And a purpose might be as broad as making society kinder or more respectful or helping preserve the planet for future generations. But it could also be something smaller or more personal, like bringing people together to help them make the most of life, or spreading laughter or smiles, or making a positive impact in your community, being a supportive parent, helping your team members grow, or excelling in service to your customers. Your purpose represents your deeper motivations and is something you can pursue in various ways. It doesn't specify the what or the how. These often fall into place naturally once your purpose becomes clear and you start taking action aligned with it. So let's summarize what we've talked about. Both clarity and purpose form the foundation for taking ownership of your life and experiencing more of what truly fulfills you. It's not about perfection or checking off boxes, it's about aligning your energy and actions with what feels meaningful to you. If life doesn't feel as vibrant as it could, this is an invitation to take a step forward. Once you have defined very clearly what is important for you and have a deep understanding of why that is important for you, you have taken the most important step to get more out of life, whatever that means for you. You'll have all the insights to be more in charge of your own life and start living it on your terms. And like Greg McEwen once said, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. So it's a game changer once you know what you want and should prioritize in life. You started writing your own story and took the first step to put your own mission in the world. And I can also not wait to see you starting to live that life step by step. Following the insights of the episode, you will be more aligned with your authentic self and will be moving towards more meaning, more fulfillment, and more peace of mind. Automatically, this will lead to more self-confidence, more joy, and also higher performance. The thing now is, of course, how do I start with all of this? Inspiration without implementation equals frustration. So let's get started with getting more clarity in what's important for you. And so for a short period of time, I'm offering the Clarity and Purpose Blueprint workbook for free. I'll share the link to download it in the show notes. I suggest you go through a couple of exercises to get to know yourself better, get really clear on what you want, get clear on why you want what you want, and start directing your life towards more joy and more fulfillment. And if you want to take it a step further, you can also follow the online masterclass on this topic and follow the video materials on your own tempo or in your own tempo. You can use the coupon code CrazyDeals60 to get 60% off. So CrazyDeals60 to get 60% off. I'll also put it in the show notes. One final reflection before you go. For many people, this topic of clarity becomes highly relevant when we feel the need to change something in our lives, when something feels off, when we don't feel great, when frustrations build up, when we hit a figurative wall, or when we find ourselves dragging through the days for too long. And a challenging moment or period can be really a powerful motivator to start asking ourselves the question, what truly matters? And it can be a great trigger for change, but it doesn't have to be the only trigger. Regularly exploring and reflecting on what's important to you can only enhance the quality of your life. Even if you already know what you want, it's valuable to revisit this regularly. Our desires, priorities, and what's important to us often change, especially as we move through different life stages. In your early career years, for example, your career might be more important than free time. When you have children, family probably becomes your top priority. And when you've had enough of the rat race, freedom and leisure time might take center stage again. So it's completely normal for our clarity and purpose to shift over time, though clarity is likely to shift more frequently than purpose. But so even if you don't feel a really strong urge or need to change, I do recommend to do these exercises to gain even more clarity in what's important for you. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Hit the like button or the subscribe button so we can continue providing this free content. I'm really wishing you a wonderful day full of clarity and plenty of fulfillment. And I'm also looking forward to seeing you in the next episode make sure to check the space or check also the Thrive blog. I'll also put that in the show notes if you prefer reading. And feel free also to subscribe to the monthly newsletter to make sure you don't miss anything. To a life fully lived.